Hello everyone, this is Bosker Popovic from ES. This is the fourth video in a anxiety and fear series that I've been posting recently. And if you remember, in my very first video I talked about the types of fear that we usually experience. And I've said that there are two types, one is rational and irrational fear. And I think it's very obvious that rational is literally when you're literally facing something that's really endangering you, so you need to do something to save yourself. But here we're talking about the second one, which is the irrational fear. And as the word says, irrational, that means there's nothing really that is jeopardizing you, your safety or your well-being in this particular moment. But nevertheless, you're experiencing thoughts. They may be anything, which might, if not properly controlled, will lead you to start feeling anxious. And if you do nothing about it at that point as well, it will then develop itself into the fear. And this is what we're trying to prevent, because a lot of mental and physical problems are starting purely because we allow our unquestioned thoughts to develop into emotional states. And if they do not correspond to the reality that we are surrounded in the present moment, they're causing various dysfunctions. So, the first thing to do, and it's a very, very good housekeeping for everyone, is your health comes first. And your health comes from being self-aware. And being self-aware means being fully in control of what you're thinking on a daily basis. Very, very important, because your thoughts are driving your emotions, and your emotions are actually driving your behavior. So, for that reason, you really need to be very, very strict in terms of what you are thinking and what thoughts is going through your mind. And if they're not really useful and they're not correct and what you've experienced right now, they're not inconsistent with what's going on right now around yourself. And I gave examples in my previous videos, so I'm not going to go into that now. You have to do something about it for your own sake. So we said, the first thing to do when you experience thoughts of negative nature is to start opening up your chest, breathing correctly, filling in your lungs completely for the count of 1 and 4. 1, 2 is when there's no breath in, no breath out. And then for count of 4 to 1, you are actually releasing the air out of your lungs. So that was all explained before. Then the second thing comes together with the breath is the actual posture, which allows opening up of your how can I say, the chest, which allows more air to come into your lungs, and with the more air comes into your lungs, it basically then facilitates the proper calming down in your nervous system, that regulates your blood pressure, and basically allows stabilization of all the functions in your body. So, the third thing that's very important that works together with the breath and the stance is the so-called movement, which allows the so-called opening up of the energy channels in the body, as well as, and at the same time allows the release of the negative energy, which is the primary cause of your negative thoughts, and at the same time allowing for the positive energy to be recharged back into your body, which kind of changes from being in a negative state to get yourself into the positive state, which is very, very important for your self-awareness and your conscious understanding of your states and what state you want to be in. But you cannot control your mind unless you start working with your body first. And this is how it works, because your body actually directs your mind at the subconscious level, because your thoughts are the language of your mind and your emotions are the language of your body. So when you get to the point, you don't want to get to the point where you're actually listening to the body. You want to control what's happening in your mind before it gets to the body, because once you get to the body it may be a little bit too late, so you have to go a bit more work in order to self-regulate. I hope this makes sense. So, the first thing to do, as I said before, is to follow the breath pattern, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, which is breathing in, and then you have 1 and 2, where you're compressing the air deep into your lungs, and then 4, 2, 1, following this particular order, where you are releasing the air from your lungs, and a count to 1 and 2, you're basically remaining still, and which actually allows you to self-regulate and start controlling your thoughts by basically controlling your body. This is what it is in a nutshell. And so the first exercise that we're going to do now is basically to open up your shoulders. The problems that everybody have when they are feeling stressed, or they're feeling anxiety, or they're starting to feel some kind of negative thoughts, is that they are starting to feel tension in their chest and the shoulders. This is what we're going to do. So, and this is it could be probably awkward if you're in the workplace, or if you are in the public place with somebody, what have you. It's perfectly understandable. You might not really feel very good to do that in the public, which is perfectly understandable. But this is what you can do when you're on your own. So, once you start regulating your breath and you get yourself in a posture, the first thing you can do is a very simple exercise. Just from count to 1 to 4, just raise your shoulders as far up as you can. At the count of 1 and 2, try to push them up as much as you can up. So you can actually push in that entropy all the way up, as far as you can. So there's nowhere to go. It really has to be all the way up. And then from a count of 4 to 1, just let it drop it down. But it's all coordinated with the breath. So I'm going to explain now how to do it. So this is how to do it. I'll show you now with the count. This is the full cycle. The second one you can do is, I'm going to show this one here now with standing up. Hopefully you will be able to see that. So when you get yourself into the right stance, which is the one I explained earlier, so you see you're fully upright to this, just drop down your knees a bit, and all you need to do now is, when you turn around, again, count to 1 to 4, and you're going all the way up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then count 1 and 2, open up your chest with this as far back as you can, yeah, and then 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2. So let's start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2. So this is from the standing. I'll show you now how to do it. Let's say when we're seated down, so you can see me properly. I'm not going to count because I'm going to be breathing in. So I'm going to basically use my fingers to count. So this is how you do it correctly. So they count to 1 to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you're breathing in, and then they count to 1 and 2, taking it back 1, 2, and then 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2. The last exercise we're going to do now is a very simple exercise, and it's to do with your neck, because there's a lot of tension in your neck, and depending what side you're going in, you're actually opening up and stretching your shoulders onto both ends. So we're going to go like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2. The other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2. And what I'm saying is that you're counting 1 to 4, you're breathing in, and when you're counting 4 to 1, you're breathing out. I still hope this is okay. I hope that these exercises will help you to start to self-regulate. And in my next video, I'm going to talk about how to be in the present moment, because that is really how you start to getting the grip onto your negative thoughts. Thank you, and see you later.